In a quiet little town in Ohio lived a girl named Emily. She was 16 and carried a heart too gentle for the harsh world around her. Her home was filled not with laughter or love, but with anger and silence. Every night she cried herself to sleep, wondering why her family never smiled at her. Her parents scolded her for everything, and her siblings treated her as if she did not exist. Every morning, Emily woke up before the sun. She cleaned the house, cooked breakfast, washed the clothes, and made sure everything was perfect, but no matter how hard she tried, it was never enough. Her mother shouted at her for small mistakes, while her father sat quietly reading the newspaper, pretending not to hear. Her life was a routine of pain and silence. Sometimes Emily looked out of the small window and watched other girls walking to school, their faces glowing with joy. She longed to go with them, but her parents said girls in their house did not need education. They told her she was born to serve the family, not to dream. So, while others learned from books, she learned from tears and endurance. At night, when everyone slept, Emily sat in a corner under a weak lamp. Holding her old notebook, she poured her feelings onto paper, writing about a world where she was loved and safe. Her tears often fell on the pages, turning words into blurry marks. But she kept writing because it was the only place where her heart could breathe. One rainy afternoon, everything changed. She accidentally spilled a glass of milk on the table. Her mother screamed in anger and slapped her across the face. Her brother laughed, calling her useless. Emily fell to the ground crying, but no one cared. She stared at the rain through the window, thinking of running away. She dreamed of walking far from the pain, feeling the rain wash her tears away, but she was afraid and had nowhere to go. Days turned into weeks and months. Her hope slowly faded. She stopped writing, stopped dreaming. She lived like a shadow, doing her chores in silence, trying not to be noticed, but still nothing changed. Until one morning, a kind neighbor, Mrs. Parker, came to visit. She noticed bruises on Emily's arm and sadness in her eyes. Mrs. Parker gently asked what had happened. Emily tried to hide the truth, but her silence spoke louder than words. That evening, Mrs. Parker called a help center. They came and took Emily away from the house that had never been a home. For the first time, she felt safe. She cried that night, not from pain, but from relief. Someone had finally cared. Years later, Emily grew into a strong woman. She became a social worker, helping children who suffered like she once did. She told them they were not alone, that they mattered and deserved love. Every time she looked at herself in the mirror, she remembered the little girl who cried every night and whispered softly, "You were always enough. Emily, you were always enough."